I've been working on.
I read something today about coronavirus, and you have been out there talking about how this virus, this pandemic, is affecting campaigning, and I think you're the first campaign I've seen, at least publicly, discuss this. So can you tell us, what are you guys doing? What does this pandemic mean for a grassroots campaign that may not be able to afford ads and make up the knock on doors? That's a big part of the movement, right? They buy out ads and then we knock on doors and then we beat them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, as you said, I'm a grassroots candidate, and this is a people-powered campaign. And our number one strategy is to, talk to voters face to face so that they understand the issues that we're fighting for, the policies that we're advocating for. And so we've had a robust field program. And so this morning I made the difficult decision to suspend all in-person canvassing because of the spread of the coronavirus. I just didn't feel that it would be responsible to put my staff and volunteers in harm's way. Mm-hmm. And in Georgia itself, we have about 22 confirmed cases. Just this morning, someone died from the coronavirus.
Oh my gosh, wow.
It is yet to be released who they are, where this happened. So my number one priority is for people to be safe. With that being said, it does get a little bit more difficult to campaign if you're not canvassing anymore. So we're becoming more and more strategic about how we're going to virtually reach out to people. I'm about to schedule my first virtual town hall. We're about to double down on phone banking and text phone banking. But it's a serious loss, though, for not being able to actually go knock on doors.
It's interesting because there's been a lot of conversation about the rural vote, and broadband is such a big issue for rural communities and really people who cannot afford strong broadband. So, if you do want to reach out to the most vulnerable communities, and this is how we're communicating with them, and if you don't have a strong, you don't have a cell phone service or decent Wi-Fi or broadband, it can really affect whether or not your voice is heard in this election based on what you just said. So I haven't even thought about it until just now.
No, definitely. One of the things that we were doing was knocking in neighborhoods that people have never gone to, right? And so for a lot of people, this is the first time they've even talked to a person from the campaign or from a candidate themselves. Mm-hmm. And so it was definitely a competitive edge that we had because I haven't really seen anyone else door knocking in the way that we have. And so we're going to make it up, though. We are actually doing something very interesting where, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of the most diverse districts in the country. Therefore, it's one of the most linguistically diverse. So we're now phone banking in different languages, and we've seen that seems to have a very high ROI. So that's something else that we're going to start doing a lot more now.
That's brilliant. For folks who are at home who may not live in your district, or for people in your district, how can they get involved with your campaign? Clearly, you need to raise money, so of course we want people to give to Nabilah. But also, what are other ways they can help out right now?
Sure. I will mention that because of this pandemic, we've had to cancel a lot of our small dollar fundraisers and meet and greets where candidates like me make a lot of our contributions from. So that is something we will need to start doing, is raising more money online. Mm-hmm. So people can contribute online. They can go at www.nabilahfor.congress.com. And you can remotely volunteer. So if you want to remotely phone bank or remotely text bank, you can do that by also going to that same website and signing up to become a volunteer, and we will immediately contact you same day.
Nabilah, super exciting. I think that this is the type of story that is going to be, especially when you win, reflected in history books, hopefully. If climate change doesn't get us, we need you in Congress, okay? No, but seriously, we're going to look back and look at history and see this was a moment where campaigns really shifted the way that they operate. So thank you for leading in this, and for being a courageous voice, and for running.